I want to try to help you with this concept of elasticity. The book does a pretty good job on it, and I do it slightly differently. Some people like to see it this way, so let's take a shot at it, okay? What I did was I have a chart here, and I made a graph. This is price and quantity. That gives me this demand line right here, if I chart it out. Then if I take the same quantities that I use for the demand curve and put them down here, and then quote total revenue, then I have the total revenue curve. Now notice that it is a upside down U, I guess. It's a hill, a mountain, or something. So anyway, what happens then is that as I am in the elastic region, if I am lowering my price, can you see that I am increasing my total revenue till I reach the midpoint of the demand curve? You see the demand curve stretches from 0 to 10 here in this example. Halfway would be 5. Also happens to be the point at which total revenue is maximized. So as I'm lowering my price in the elastic region, I'm increasing my total revenue until I reach the midpoint of that demand curve where it is now maximized. If I continue to lower my price, I am now in the inelastic region, and I will start to lose total revenue. I'm losing sales as I continue to lower my price in the inelastic region. The opposite is true. If I'm in the inelastic region and I raise my price, then I'll increase my total revenue. All right? So how do we calculate this and determine whether or not we should be raising or lowering our price? We use the elasticity calculation. And in the book, they use the midpoint formula, and that's a good formula to use. And I have that on Excel here. I chose a original price of 9 and lowered my price to 7. And if you look at the chart up here, if I have a price of 9, I sell 1. If I have a price of 7, I sell 3. And so the second quantity then that corresponds with 7 is 3, and the first one is 1. The top part of that midpoint equation is the second quantity minus first quantity divided by the average quantity, which is what that denominator there suggests. When I push the button, I get an average of 1, or get an answer of 1 there. Then I have to do the same for price. The second price minus the first price divided by the average of the price gives me minus 0.25. This is essentially then the definition of elasticity. It is the percentage change in quantity, which is this whole thing right here, divided by the percentage change in price, which is this thing right here. And the answer in this one is minus 4. What's the significance of the minus 4? The absolute value of minus 4 is 4, because when I say absolute value, I'm eliminating the sign. The absolute value of minus 4 is 4, which is greater than the absolute value of 1. That means I'm in the elastic region of my demand curve, and lowering price when I'm in the elastic region increases my total revenue. So let's try another one just for kicks. Let's say we lower from a price of 4, where we sell 6, to a price of 2, where we sell 8. So let's do that. We'll go to from a price of 4 to a price of 2, and our original quantity sold is 6, and our second quantity sold is 8. Press the button, get minus 0.43 if I round it off. The absolute value of minus 0.43 is 0.43, which is lower than the absolute value of 1, which means I'm in the inelastic region. I just did a no-no. I lowered my price while in the inelastic region of my demand curve, and that is going to lower my total revenue. So that is my way of explaining elasticity. Now keep in mind there are elasticities, and you'll see these in the book, for supply. There's elasticity for advertising, for income. There's a lot of elasticity calculations. They're all very similar to the demand discussion that we just had. If you have any questions, you can come to the forum. Thank you.